Come on into the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable, post your city and state for where you are catching today's Love Friday. Watch me work this out for you guys here live on TikTok, IG, and on LinkedIn, Facebook, but especially on YouTube. So today, how to qualify, okay, and nurture leads that convert into clients is today's topic. So trust and believe not all leads are created equal. So on today, we're going to learn how to identify high quality leads and to nurture them, right, for long-term success. And in this video, I'm going to break down some tips for you, give you ways to qualify your leads and how you can continue to build those relationships. So again, come on into the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable. Let me know where this value is reaching out in these internet streets. And I'm going to run this intro and we're going to jump right into today's call. Hey y'all, hey, Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton here, updating you about our daily live training and follow-up live open office hours. Join me every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live actionable lessons on building your brand from scratch. We'll cover everything from tools, strategies, and systems like Canva, StreamYard, Go High Level, AI technology, and more, to include the exact steps to take you from confused to confident. And the best part is after each live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask your questions and get personalized answers. Don't miss out. Mark your calendar and subscribe now to this YouTube channel. Join our free community, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up your automation in your MLM company, or as an entrepreneur who could possibly be struggling in your business, we not only have the solution, we also have the experts. Yes, this is your sign to join us. Our entire team is live each weekday. So if you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you now know you need to do to get your assets in order. What's going on, good people? Come on into the room, be coachable, teachable, trainable, post your city and state where you are catching today's live from. My name is Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton, and I am your brand master, your cash flow queen, and founder of the #1 legal tax hack to hire your kids in your own home-based business, so should you choose to do so. So come on into the room, Safari and Taryn, Dwanya, Pastor Diane. So good to see each and every one of you. Please continue to engage on TikTok and tap the screen and share the stream so others inside of your network can see and hear this information, okay? So today we are actually talking about how to qualify and nurture your leads and to convert them into clients, right? And once they become a customer or a client, how you can continue to engage with them using some tools and tricks that we have that I'm going to show you pretty quickly in today's stream. So again, not all leads are created equal, and you must know how to qualify them. So some of you may be going, okay, all that sounds great, but what exactly is a lead and why, or what does it mean to qualify a lead? So if you identify whether that particular person has an interest, has the budget, right, and the authority to invest in your product or service, then that is a good lead, right? Also, you have to be able to ensure that you ask these questions prior to you even investing your valuable time into them to ensure that it is symbiotic, that it is a cohesive relationship, that it is a reciprocal relationship, so that you are not just out here in these internet streets willy-nilly and telling anybody any old thing, and then you could potentially begin to get frustrated because you're not seeing the results that you want to see. And one of the best ways to do that is to qualify a lead, right? Now, you may be going, well, what specific ways can I qualify a lead, especially out on these internet streets, okay? You are available actually to put CTAs out, call to actions out. And those who raise their hand and choose to come to the front of the room and choose to answer the call of that call to action could potentially be a qualified lead for you. Welcome to the room, Aaron. Hey, so good to see you, Dominique. If you do these things, like putting out call to actions, like putting out surveys, right? Also putting out forms, gathering information about the needs of the people who are landing in your inbox, who are landing on your social media, who are leaving those comments, and you follow up with them through engagement, right? This will help you discover whether or not these are qualified leads, because you're going to have calls with them or interactions or engagement. You could actually personalize your follow-up by receiving their mobile number or their email address, and then you continue to nurture them to see how strong, their need is. Okay. If they choose to jump on your email list and they choose to receive or watch your blog or your vlog, or they're asking to get on a newsletter, they're showing up consistently to your free trainings, they join your online community. These are the various ways, Aaron, that you can actually engage and qualify a lead. Here is what you want to pay attention to. Do they ask detailed questions about your product or service, right? Do they consistently engage with your emails or with your content? Again, these are ways that you know whether or not an individual is qualified, okay? So inside of the Dollar Deals membership, we have an additional way that we teach you actually how to determine what is a good lead. There is a complete form that we utilize, and if I could get my system to act correctly, I'll pull that form up today. But specifically, I can share on screen and show you here inside on lesson 4 of 15 inside of the Dollar Deals membership. And if you want to know how to get access to that, you can go to dollardeals.martinabrityelverton.com. It is a community that is coming to a stream near you that is already available to you. If you join the membership, you get access to the community as well. But inside of this monthly membership, there is so much value. Here I'm showing you inside of the actual visualization modules. Here on lesson 4 of 15, we have a day or a module or a lesson that is called What is a Good Lead? And it's a 15-minute video that walks you through, number 1, the form, the checklist, the downloadable that comes with this particular lesson or module, but it takes you to some poignant questions that allow you to qualify the individual that you're talking to. So let's see if I can grab really quickly day 4, good lead. I'm popping this into my documents to see if it will show me here inside of my docs this particular downloadable form, and I can get to it a little bit quicker this way. Here we go. Let's pull that one up, and I will actually share that one with you here on the screen. So let's look at this one, and you can see some of the poignant questions that you would need to be asking to determine whether or not an individual is a good lead, is a qualified lead that you would then want to continue to invest the time in to determine whether or not this person could potentially become more than just a prospect, more than just an interested individual, right? And so you want to ask yourself questions even before you begin to ask the audience questions, right? And so if you've ever wondered how much time should I spend with you, meaning a prospect, then you want to look at asking yourself some questions so you'll be able to have a clearer decision on whether or not you want to invest that time, okay? One of the things you could ask is, do I even have a clear understanding of my own intellectual value? Do I know what my price point is? What is my niche or niche, as some of you say? That's my VIP. Do I know what my passion or what my purpose is? Do I know who I am here to serve? Who is my avatar or architect? You know, those fancy words that they use. The person is, who is it that I am meant to serve, right? Who is that? Can you answer that in a streamlined question answer scenario, right? What is the minimum and the maximum package or price that I have available to offer someone that I have qualified, right? Here are 3 questions that you want to ask, not only yourself, but that individual. What 3 questions do I ask to determine what their budget is? Do you have those 3 questions available? Do you already know what those 3 questions are that you would ask to determine their availability, their budget, their need, right? You want to go through those questions. What 3 questions do I ask to determine if they even need my product or service, right? And what 3 questions should I ask to determine how soon they need it? So this could be an individual that's needing something far down the road, but they're asking you now. That is a great lead, sure. But is that a lead that can convert now? No, if it's a product or service that they need far down the road. So these are things that you kind of want to know before you even engage. And then finally, what is it that, they have in their ability to make that defined, determined, exact, right? What is it? Do they have the power to approve whatever your stated budget is? Because who hates spending time talking to someone and you're going through the process of the entire discovery call only to find out the individual that you have explained the entire process of your services to is not the decision maker. It's not the person that can approve the budget that you have set forth. That is a wasted call. So one of the things I want to ensure that you do when you're having these discovery calls, when you're holding these sessions, when you're investing your valuable time in another individual, ensure that you are speaking with a decision maker. That should be up top in one of the questions that you ask to determine whether or not this is an individual that can approve the budget, right? Are they approved, right? Another question that you want to ask, are both of the decision makers in the room on this call? Or do you have the authority to make that decision in place of your business partner or your partner, okay? Or your spouse, okay? So you want to make those decisions before you ever even get on a call, all right? So what I also want to do is show you one of the assessment options that I have that allows me to qualify a lead prior to getting on and investing additional time in them. It's a survey. It's an assessment that I have that asks some pretty brutal, in some of the minds of those who receive it, pretty brutal questions, but these questions are asked to qualify the lead prior to me investing my valuable time into that particular prospect. Taking time to get on a free call, if it's a person that I don't know what their need is, I don't know what their budget is, I don't know specifically what it is that they're looking for, they just book the time and I show up for the call? No, ma'am, no, sir. You don't want to do that. You actually want to show up on calls that you've already pre-qualified the individual for, to make sure that you are showing up with the solution. If you never ask the question, how can you show up with a solution, right? So that's one of the reasons why you want to pre-qualify a call, so that you can show up and give your valuable solution, okay? So let's see if I can bring the screen down here momentarily and see if I can go over into the assessment and get the survey to come up. And if by my completing the survey in this format works, we'll keep rolling with it. If not, I will bring up the actual survey from the background and look at it that way. So we're going to look at part 1 of this survey. Let me open it up a little bit larger on the screen here, and we'll jump right into that. So, okay, part 1, we skipped a couple of pages because that is the pre-qualifying information. When you're putting out a survey or a form, when a person is saying, hey, I would enjoy meeting with you, I have some questions, you want to pre-qualify them by asking some of the questions that you see here. The number one question that you want to ask is, what is your most pressing concern or problem, right? And what is it, or how long has it been that you've been struggling with this particular problem, right? And then, because I am a branding person, the question that I'm asking next is, do you currently have an active brand developed, right? Because if you're telling me I need to meet with you, brand master, I don't want to just assume Connor. I don't want to assume Michael. I don't want to just assume Michelle, Prophet. I don't want to assume, Robert, that you're coming to me for branding and you're coming to me for, I don't know, a coaching consultation for logo design. Okay. I want to know, is this a brand issue, right? What exactly led you to desire a brand master? And if you don't know what a brand master is, I say, or an expert to assist you with your brand or business needs, right? Then can you specify in greater detail the pain point you are experiencing with your brand or business, keeping it on par so you know exactly why it is that you're meeting with me from my presumption, okay? Right? Is there a program or a course or an expert or some sense of, prerequisite information that you've already tried to get the solution that you're now coming to me for, right? Are you clear on your brand or business mission or your personal value? Do you already know what it is that you're going to bring to the table? Do you already know what it is you are endeavoring to brand, right? Do you have a clear vision of the goal, the mission, the purpose, the objectives, the core values of that particular piece of content or value or program or service, right? Are you ready to brand your value? Right? That is a question, because an individual could think they're ready. Yes, I'm ready to move forward, but I don't have a budget. Yes, I'm ready to move forward, but I don't have a team. Yes, I'm ready to move forward, but I have no idea what I'm going to name it. Yes, I'm ready to move forward, but I don't have a logo. Okay. This is an individual that I would prefer to say is a clean slate. Yay, I love clean slates. Great. You're ready to move forward. Now let's talk about some of the additional things that you may not have thought about. Have you conducted any market research for your brand or your value or your business, right? Are you willing to adapt and iterate? That means change your brand or business model based on any of the market feedback that we go about, right? Again, have you identified who your target avatar archetype, the audience? Have you figured out what your unique selling proposition is? Do you have a solid business plan in place? And the reason I say solid is because there are many forms of business plans, right? There is a one-page business plan that I offer, and it is a solid business plan because it's foundational. It at least makes you think about a thing or two, right? That's the point. Are you ready or open to receive guidance and feedback on the current strategy you may or may not have in place, right? And finally, are you a decision maker? Are you the decision maker to be able to approve, disapprove, or will we have to speak to someone else, right? Sure, you could be the decision maker that I'm speaking with, but you have not yet allocated a budget and you're not prepared to invest at the level of this particular course offering. Do I have a pivot for you? Sure. We have a free community that you can join at learnleadandlevelup.com. This will help you begin to be prepared. What's going on, Wildflower? So good to see you again, Nisha. Hey there, Dakota and Craig. Again, you want to make sure that you ask these questions. And are you open to implementing a legal team of experts? And the reason this question is pivotal, because say you're coming to me and I have available to you brand and business information, but you have no form of legal structure in place. You don't currently have things like maybe a policies and a procedures in place. You don't have things like a handbook in place. You have a board of directors. However, you don't have any type of tenure policy in place. They don't know their roles and responsibilities. These are the things that I'm going to bring to the front of the room from the business aspect of your specific value, right? So that's the reason I ask about legal team of experts, because I have another opportunity for you in place. You want to be not a one-stop all, because, hey, what do they say? A jack of all trades is a master of none, right? That cliche is quite true. So I ask pivotal questions like these to pre-qualify an individual. And if you are not open to answering questions like these, then you are not brand ready. You may not be my ideal customer or my ideal client. And you have to be okay with that. Why? Because your time is valuable. So if I pivot back over to an area of the Dollar Deals membership that you have access to when you come into the community, I also help you understand how and why your time is valuable. There's a video that I have, Why You Are Broke. www.martinabrityelverton.com. And on this video, I walk you through similarly from a lawyer's perspective, how to ascertain what your price point is and what your hourly time could be worth based on your bigger vision or your larger goals. Okay. When you take the time to figure out what your UVP or your VIP is worth, then you want to put a number on it, write it down, benchmark it, and reverse engineer it, because that's going to bring you all the way down to the micro area of how much your time is worth per minute, per hour, per week, per month. You see what I'm saying? You need to know those things. Now is the opportunity to move into the next phase of how you nurture the leads. So on yesterday, we brought up, and let's see if I can go out here to the link here. We brought up building a specific landing page. And what we did was, after you did the option to opt in and download and get your free checklist by going to this link. And if you guys are wondering where to get this link from, you'll have to go watch this week's Watch Me Work Wednesday. It is available on the YouTube channel, and you can go to the YouTube channel at martinabrittyelverton.com. You can Google that on YouTube and it'll bring you to the YouTube channel. Of course, if you need to know the link directly, youtube.martinabrittyelverton.com will bring you here to the actual page. And if you go to the live section, this is the easiest way to find it, in my opinion. And you go down here, you'll see the Watch Me Work Wednesday for this week, and you can click it. In the description is a link for you to get this free checklist that I was just displaying, right? When you get this checklist, when you opt in to this checklist, and it's probably going to tell me I've already opted in, but we're going to click it again anyway. It's going to pop you over, and I don't know why that page has yet to update. I don't know. Clearly, that is not what we have in place, but I'm going to go out here to the main body, and I have no idea why that has not updated yet. Let's see if we can get this to update so I can show you what the thank you page actually looks like. And again, I don't know everything that I can do from my end is up and running. Okay. The thank you page is supposed to show up. Everything is supposed to show up. But for some odd reason, when I went back through and troubleshoot 2 or 3 times, for some reason, the thank you page that I actually created is still not showing up. I'll be sure to ask this question today in open office hours of my coach, because I want to know why that page ain't showing up. That's looking very janky, and I don't know why. But I'm not going to bring it down because, hey, technology happens. But what I'm going to do here is bring up for you guys to see. Here we go. In the backstage here, the thank you page that I've actually developed, so you guys can see what it's supposed to look like once you opt in. So once you opt in, it shoots you the actual PDF in your email so that you can receive it. And then it also nurtures them a bit further here on the channel where it says, hey there, here's an access to how to use your domain effectively in lead gen. This is a Watch Me Work Wednesday that I did, as well as here's some more information about lead magnets, optimized landing pages, email sequences, and that you can watch each of these videos. You can watch them right here. You can open them up into a larger window, but this is the thank you page that comes up after you opt in. So should we get technology to work how it should work? Okay. In addition to that, we also have an email sequence that comes. And let's see if I can get today the email sequence to open up here on my other screen, and I can pull it over so you guys can have a look at it. I tested this last night, and of course, everything worked last night. But of course, because we're here now, it may not show up. Who knows? Technology at its best right now. But the email sequence that I have set up is set up to nurture this particular individual further. And so since I don't see it acting right, I'm going to pull over here and I'm going to go directly into the marketing so you guys can see the back area that we have for this, not marketing, automation. I apologize. So here we're going to pull up the automation that I have set in place. And you guys see I just did it and it didn't show. The automation process, the nurturing step, that I have available here is for you guys to see. And am I sharing it on screen? Great, great, great. I have set up an internal notification and a free checklist. So this is the email that goes out to let them know, hey, y'all, hey, first name, thank you for grabbing the landing page checklist. And I did see my notification go off on my phone. This is a step-by-step guide to help you create and optimize. This is the automated nurturing sequence that's set up. Then it waits 2 days. After it waits 2 days, it sends a second email that says, hey, just checking in. How are you doing with the landing page checklist? Have you started optimizing your landing pages yet? This happens on day 2. 5 days after that, it sends a third email that says, and this one I put actually in here, hadn't flipped it out to be a template yet. By now, hopefully you've had a chance to use the landing page checklist and start optimizing your web pages. Just in case you haven't, I've attached it again to this email, continuing to nurture the individual that signed up to get the checklist. Then I take it a step further and I let them know I would love to invite you to join me for a VIP day. That's an offer. So should you choose to take me up on the offer, but even if you don't take me up on the offer on that specific page, I also have the option for you. Let's see if I can get that thank you page to come back up. The option for you to join us in the free community. Okay, and the reason you want to do this is you want to ensure that you're letting people know there are other options available to them. Okay, so here in the thank you page, as well as in the email, I'm referencing to them that not only do I have a paid next step, but I also have a free next step. You have free value given here, continuing to nurture the client, the prospect, the customer. And then I also invite them to come and join us in our community. So watch the videos, implement the checklist, and join us in the community. Okay, this is how you continue to have what's next for an individual who's interested in working with you. So I enjoy asking this question whenever I do any of the live training that I do. I enjoy asking a question on the end to find out where you are along in this journey. And the question that I'm asking for today is, what's the one way you currently nurture your leads? And if you don't, that's okay. Now you've heard this information, you cannot unhear that you need to nurture your leads, right, Paul? You have to nurture the people that decide they raise their hand and they want to come to the room and they want to be involved in your information. You have to nurture them, right? Because if you don't continue to hold their hand, someone else will. If you don't continue to speak to the individuals that are raising their hand and coming into and engaging with your content, they will go elsewhere. All right. That's just the nature of the society that we live in. That's short thinking. That's people being closed-minded. That's people focusing on things that they may not need to focus on because it's not turning the needle in their favor. You want to be able to have information available to them and to tell them what's next. Okay, so I hope this information is making sense for you guys, that you will take the opportunity to go back and watch this week's content, that you'll tap the screen and that you'll share the stream with others inside of your organization and your network, your friends, those business partners, those other people that are looking for the value that you don't currently have inside of your network or the value that you don't currently offer. Collaborate, partner. I did an entire sequence on that with other people who do have those pieces of content and information and pieces of value that you don't currently have. Partner with other people who do have it so that you continue to serve people and you don't allow them to go in other areas to someone that just is not going to serve them at the value you know that your network can. You want to ensure that you are making the best possible use of people's time. Time is fleeting. We don't have a lot of it. So make sure that you are partnering and collaborating with people who are just as committed to giving people the solution as you are. Okay, so I will be live today in the after office hours as soon as we conclude on this stream. If you like to come over into learn, lead, and levelup.com, register for your free account, click the events button at the top, and ensure that you opt in with us. Let's see if I can get that up to show you the events tab so you'll know where it is. Okay, so here is the events tab. When you come into the Learn, Lead, and Level Up community, once your membership is approved, you'll go right up here to the events tab and you'll click on the option to join us live. When you click on that, here is the link right here for you to join us live in the brand new after office hours and ask your questions live inside of the community. To your success, I'm wishing you an amazing Love Day to all of you that are celebrating love on today. And if you have some time, check your girl out here on social media. Join us inside of the community. Ask your burning business or brand questions live, and we would be more than excited to get those answers for you. To your success, I appreciate your time on today. And again, happy Love Day to all of you that are out there in these internet streets celebrating love on today. Hey y'all, hey, Brandmaster Martina Britt Yelverton here, updating you about our daily live training and follow-up live open office hours. Join me every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live actionable lessons on building your brand from scratch. We'll cover everything from tools, strategies, and systems like Canva, StreamYard, Go High Level, AI technology, and more, to include the exact steps to take you from confused to confident. And the best part is after each live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask your questions and get personalized answers. Don't miss out. Mark your calendar and subscribe now to this YouTube channel. Join our free community, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up your automation in your MLM company, or as an entrepreneur who could possibly be struggling in your business, we not only have the solution, we also have the experts. Yes, this is your sign to join us. Our entire team is live each weekday. So if you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you now know you need to do to get your assets in order.